My name is Maritza Hernandez. This is my anatomy and physiology video for the nervous system, the sheep brain. It is Sunday, October the 20th. I do have this to keep me on track. So if I look down, it's because I am looking at that. So we're going to start with the superior view. In the superior view, it wants me to show you the frontal lobes, which manage our thinking and our emotions. So frontal lobes are this right here, 1 and 1. And then our parietal lobes, which is where we have our learned movements. That's this right here. And then we have our occipital lobes, which processes our visual signals. So the occipital lobes are here. And then the gyri and the sulci. So these are the raised surface. That's the gyri. The sulci is the ridges like in between. And that's where the blood flows. And there's like borders. So gyri and then the sulci. And then we have the longitudinal fissure, which separates the right and the left hemisphere. And then we have the cerebellum right here, which is our motor, or your coordinating movement. And then we're going to go to the lateral view. So in the lateral view, it's all dry now. In the lateral view, I have to start by showing you the temporal lobe, which is where our sounds are processed. And then the pons is this right here, which links the brain to the spinal cord. And then we have the medulla oblongata, which controls some processes like the blood pressure. And then we have the spinal cord right here. And the spinal cord senses, or, you know, it sends signals to other parts of the body. And then this is the cerebellum right here. And then we have the sagittal view. So the sagittal view is like this. And then we have the corpus callosum, which is this right here that connects the right and left hemisphere. We have the thalamus, which is right here, and this processes all the senses except for smell. And then we have the pineal gland, which is this guy right here. Pineal gland, and that secretes and produces melatonin. And then we have the midbrain, which is motor control. And then we have the hypothalamus, which is under the thalamus right here. And that secretes hormones that control glands like the thyroid gland. And then we have the pons right here. The pons is right here. And then the cerebellum is right here. And then the inferior view is this right here. So for the inferior view, we're going to start with the olfactory bulb, which processes the smells from the nose. And then we have the optic nerve, which is this right here. And that sends the visual info to the brain. And then we have the optic chiasm, which is this right here, and it's Y-shaped, and it allows signals from the right and left eye to the brain. And then we have the frontal lobe, which is right here. Frontal lobe right here. Temporal lobe is right here. Pons is right here. Medulla oblongata is right here, and then the spinal cord is right here, and the cerebellum is right here. And I chose epilepsy as my disease of the nervous system. Epilepsy is basically an out-of-control production of neurons. They are fired rapidly and in large amounts, which creates an electrical charge or whatever. Not whatever, but an electrical charge, and that's what causes the seizures. It affects the temporal cortex and the frontal cortex. Some people get auras right before they get their seizures, contractures, involuntary body movement. My brother gets seizures.